Richard Booth is a research fellow at the Faculty of Natural Science at Imperial College London and joins me live now. Hi, Richard. Thanks for joining us. What most excites you about these discoveries, these images?
So these really scratch the surface, only very barely scratch the surface of what James Webb is going to do over the next few years. You know, these early images showing some of the earliest galaxies are going to tell us how stars form in a way that we've never been able to see. And it's also going to tell us about things much closer to home. It's going to tell us about exoplanets and help us in the search for life and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, President Biden, clearly a fan. He says it shows we can go places no one has ever gone before. Is finding habitable planets beyond our solar system a goal in time?
It certainly is, yeah. I mean, we would love to see evidences of water in the atmosphere of planets. You know, if we can find planets where we can have water on something that has a rocky surface, that could be a hint that we have a location somewhere else in the universe that there's life. That would be a truly amazing finding.
So this is sort of looking. So this is kind of looking back to what the scientific community calls the Big Bang, or just after the Big Bang. So what is it? Are we trying to learn what happened between then and now?
So yeah, James Webb will do many things, and one of the things is going right to the very early stages of the universe and to learn about the very start of the universe and tell us something about the first galaxies and the first stars in those universe. But it's also great for looking closer to home as well. So it's going to tell us about many things. We're going to learn about many things in the whole history of the universe with Webb, including some of the first galaxies that are ever formed.
And I mean, this is the culmination, I understand, of sort of decades of research. I liked reading Keith Parrish's comments, one of the NASA engineers. He said decades ago, when they first imagined building a telescope that would do that or do this, he said he couldn't stop laughing because a lot of the technology hadn't been invented then. So they had to think, you know, what have we got? What do we need to invent before we can do this? And now we're actually doing it. So, I mean, it's mind-boggling to think what we might achieve in the next 10, 20, 30 years.
Yeah, it's amazing. And if you just look back to its predecessor, Hubble, the discoveries Hubble made are completely unbelievable, even compared to what they thought Hubble would do. And I think when we look back in 20 years from what we see with James Webb, there will be so many remarkable discoveries, so many things that were predicted that we couldn't predict. And that really, you know, is essentially a testament to all of the work put in by the engineers designing and building and getting this telescope. And I think one of the key ways in which this telescope has really benefited from the technological developments is in the rockets and the rocket science. And it's now been delivered into an unbelievably stable orbit, and it could live for twice as long as we ever thought it would have done early on in the development of this instrument.
It was just mind-boggling, but incredible images there. We've been really enjoying them here in the studio. Richard Booth, thanks so much, Research Fellow at Imperial College London. Thanks for your time.